Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri and today I'm in my shit show of a backyard because we are finally starting the Backyard Makeover series. So, just like with the front yard, I started with a plan. I kind of have an idea of where I want this to go. I love spending time in my backyard, but not in this backyard. I'm embarrassed and ashamed. And when I show it to you, you'll be embarrassed and ashamed for me. This backyard shit show is an understatement. So I really want to get it together. I did spend a lot of time and money getting the front yard all together and organized just because I felt like it was more important to get the front yard in order for the curb appeal of it all. And we all know I didn't want to be a bad neighbor. So that front yard definitely needed to be made over. So now I'm going to focus on the backyard. But there's a little caveat. While I spent a small fortune to redo the front yard, I do not want to get into that circumstance again in this backyard because I'm not going to die in this house. I know that. Who knows what the future holds, but in my mind, I'm probably not going to stay here for any longer than 2 more years. It was never my plan to be living in this house for more than 5 years. That said, my grand ideas of building these amazing shade arbors and decks and all of this stuff, I'm not going to do in this backyard. But I still do want to make it welcoming. I do want to have people over in the backyard, especially this time of year. It's beautiful outside. I'm too embarrassed to bring people back here. I don't even want to come. I don't even want to be here right now. So my plan, instead of building arbors and things like that, I'm coming up with other ideas that are going to not cost as much money. That's number 1, plan. I have it. I also have it on paper. It's kind of in my head a little bit. The only thing I haven't done with the plan is I haven't taken exact measurements for things like stepping stones and things like that. Because before we can even get to that stage of purchasing the materials that we need, this backyard needs to be a blank slate. And right now it's an overgrown jungle. As luck would have it, we have in my town this thing called Operation Cleanup. And I think it happens twice a year where the trash collectors will come, and if you put a pile of shit, it doesn't have to be in your trash can. You put a pile of shit in front of your house on specific days for specific neighborhoods, Operation Cleanup will come through and pick it all up for you. So people put old mattresses, broken dishwashers, chopped down trees, everything in front of their yard for Operation Cleanup. So my Operation Cleanup is actually happening midweek next week. So now is the perfect time for me to trim all the trees, trim all the shrubs, get random shit that has been in this backyard since I moved in. Like I'm looking right there. There's a broken table that I don't really see, so I just never did anything with. But shit like that, I'm going to be able to put on the curb for Operation Cleanup, and then I won't have to worry about disposing of it myself. Because when I did the front yard, I was borrowing everybody, these 2 neighbors, I was borrowing their green trash cans to put like the grass and the roots and everything in, and it took me a million years because I could only dispose of things on trash collection day, and it had to be trash that actually fit in my trash can. So I am working this Operation Cleanup situation in conjunction with when they're going to come and pick up all of the stuff curbside. So I want to get my chainsaws, whatevers, and just get to work trimming, clearing out everything so that I have a blank slate in order to start this backyard. And the bad thing is I only have like 2 days to do it. I work half days on Fridays because I work longer days Monday through Thursday. So I'm home now. It's not super duper hot in the shade at least. So I'm going to try to get as much done of the clearing out process as I can today and tomorrow because I have to have everything on the curb by Wednesday. So yeah, It's pretty tight, but I think I can do it. So that is my first order of business, is Operation Cleanup. And what's gonna help me be motivated and not just the weather is those outdoor speakers, because I have my little iPad so I can play music while I'm trimming trees, digging out things. It's going to be very labor intensive, but it has to be done. And I'm bringing you along on the journey so that hopefully you're motivated. I'm sure your yard isn't as huge of a shit show as my yard is, but it might be a little bit of a shit show, and maybe this will motivate you to Operation Cleanup your backyard. So let me show you. I mean, you can see a little bit of it here, but let me just turn this camera around and show you the shit show that I'm working with. I'm only gonna do it because I know that you guys will not judge me. If I thought for 1 second one of you in the comments was going to judge me on this backyard, I wouldn't show it. But I know you're not gonna judge me, so I'll show it to you. Get ready. I'm not exaggerating, it's bad. Okay, so I'm still sitting where I was sitting, and this is the view I see of my shitty backyard. Yep. Oh, remember the beautiful stock tank pool and how cute it looked? Yep, not so much anymore. Yeah, this is what we have going on. Overgrown trees, overgrown weeds, dead grass. Oh, is there a path over there? You'd never guess it, because there's a million weeds there. And I am sitting under a canopy that I purchased when I first moved in as temporary shade covering. Yeah, temporary, 3.5 years later. So yeah, this is going eventually. We've got this over here. God, it's just, I don't even want to show you guys, but look over here. Oh no, what is even happening? Everything is so overgrown. Oh, and there's that broken table I was telling you about. It's just bad news bears all around. So yeah, I mean, this backyard looks as if this darling house has been abandoned for 3.5 years. We got to do something about that. So yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of work ahead of me before I can even begin making over this backyard. So I'm gonna turn on the music, and I'm gonna get my chainsaws and my tree clippers and my hedge trimmer and my rakes and everything, and wheelbarrows and you name it, and I am going to start clearing out this backyard right now. Okay, so I've been working very, very hard. You should see my curb. It is a shit show. Clearly I'm out of breath because, can you see? My mini chainsaw is stuck in the tree. Oh, I don't think I can get it out. I got it part of the way out, but the log is like almost cut. There's like a little bit left, but like the weight of the log shifted down, and so it's like pinching the chain, and I don't want to break the chain. What is it, Fleetwood Mac? Never break the chain. That song? So I'm tired and I'm delirious. And every branch I cut is like intertwined with a million branches. So I can't get any branches out. Should I just leave a chainsaw in a tree and call it like a yard decoration? I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Yay me. Don't worry, I took the battery out of the chainsaw. There's no way it could turn on. But my chain is pinched in there. I think what I need to do, see that? There's only like a little bit left. I think I need to go get like a handsaw and maybe cut right there, because all my body weight, I was trying to snap it off, but that shit wasn't working. So I'm gonna go get a saw. I don't know why I didn't get a handsaw sooner, because I spent a lot of time just trying to wiggle it out, and the handsaw took me like 5 seconds. So yay, put the battery back in here, chop down some more tree. Houston, we have a problem. Let me turn off my music so that I don't get copywritten, and then I'll show you the problem. So you see these wires that go from my house through the trees, and there's like a power pole back there. Let me show you what I noticed. Can you see? There's a wire, and that's on it, because that's the heavy branch I cut, but because it's so intertwined and this wire was underneath, I don't know if I'm gonna like mess up the power to my house, mess up the power to my neighbor's house, but I gotta figure out something. And I think I have to like start trimming all of these away to like lessen the weight. I don't know, it's a fucking shit show, man. I'll let you know what I do. Don't worry, guys. Electrical crisis is averted. But now I gotta drag all this shit to the curb because it's way too big for the wheelbarrow, so I'm gonna have to drag it like a dead body 1,000,000 times. Yay! Backyard makeover. Okay, I think I've worked as hard as I can for today. I've been out here, I don't know, it's like almost 7 o'clock. I feel like I've been out here for like 5.5 hours. I'm super tired. I'm hungry. My Gatorade electrolytes have worn off. I just am gonna have to come back in the morning. I've got some battle wounds, but that back area is looking real clean. Real clean, guys. Real clean. I'll show you. Look at all the opening. I loved the fullness because you couldn't really see the cinder block wall, but now that I'm opening it up, that's kind of all you see is the cinder block wall. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But let me show you the curb. Seriously, it's like I've made a privacy hedge so no one can see my front yard. Look it, this is all from me, guys. I did all of this and I drug it to the curb. It's insane. Hold on, let me give you a front view. There it is from the front. It's like as long as a U-Haul trailer and as tall as one. Yep, so I say I am done for today. I'll go hard tomorrow and try to get the rest of this place cleaned up back here, and then we'll review the design and the plans. That's where the fun is going to begin. I'm excited for that, but I am dreading the rest of the cleanup that I have to do. Yeah. Oh, and P.S., hashtag not sponsored, but you know that they did send this little guy to me. I think it was last year, did we test this? I'm telling you, this little guy's a champ. I gotta remember to put the battery on the charger tonight because he did a lot of the heavy lifting. I'm just saying. Okay, day 2 of Operation Cleanup Backyard is done. It was so much hard work, but you guys are gonna... I uncovered 2 patios that I didn't even know existed in my backyard because they were under like years and years and years and years of leaves that have just been piling up in the back area of the backyard. 2 entire patios. I know. So I'm very excited to show you the cleanup. Now, I have moved some of the furniture that I have into the areas where I want them to eventually live forever. But I'm telling you right now, if I had an actual good back lawn, I would call this backyard makeover done and just leave it. I'm not even joking with you. But I don't have a good lawn, and I want to get rid of this canopy that I have here. You know, I want to make it look a little better. So I will show you the official yard after the cleanup, the 2 patios I discovered, and we will go over the plans for this area. I'm kind of excited. I was not loving it day 1 and day 2. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I mean, I've got a million splinters and cuts, and these are just the arm situations here. You should see my legs. It's bad. It's bad. Plus, like, even though you're sitting in the shade and it's like, yeah, it's breezy, it's nice, it's such a wonderful day. When you're chopping down trees and lugging rocks and raking up leaves and hauling everything to the curb, it's not a nice day. It's hot. There wasn't enough Gatorade in the world to keep my electrolytes up. I'm just saying. I was miserable. But today, I am awake. I'm looking around going, yeah, it's not that bad. We're gonna make this look like a beautiful backyard that we wanna spend time in over the summer. I don't know, maybe invite people over because we're not embarrassed and mortified at the situation that is out here anymore. So let me give you the tour. So you probably don't remember because I really was too embarrassed to show you like the full details of the yard. But originally, this canopy here was back in that dirt area with this furniture under it. That table was here. So obviously I've trimmed all of these trees. Again, I'm not entirely thrilled with how much of the cinder block wall we now see, but don't worry, I got plans. I got plans for that. Trimmed. Then raked. Look, there's a whole like paver patio area. So I moved, even though there's not enough space. I mean, technically there's enough space if no one ever wanted to sit down on this side right here. I want to trim this ginormous branch and this one to make more room, and then level out and put more pavers right here. So this is all paved. But look, I want to hang lanterns here in like chandelier style over this table. So this is like where the fairies come to dine. However, we'll follow this branch right here. You would say, yeah, easy, cut it. However, follow it. It goes behind, it goes up, then forks, and half of it goes up into the trees and disappears, and the other half goes that way. I don't think there's any way I can get that out of there. I don't know. And then this guy here goes up, and over, and I don't know where it is. See this branch right here? Remember when I was testing the chainsaw? I cut this branch, but it goes, and I couldn't get it out, so I just left it. It could be one of the situations where I make a cut right here, and then I make a cut like somewhere up there, and then just leave them. Could be that situation, I don't know. But look at the area I uncovered. Like, I had no idea that existed. No idea that existed. And there it is. And then there's like a paver path that comes this way, which I maybe kind of knew about, but maybe forgot. Now I moved my loungers here because the idea is I want to build a step-up deck to the stock tank pool, which is drained. I got to redo the lining. I didn't take care of it over the last couple of years, you guys. My bad. But don't worry, I'm going to get it back in order. I want to build a deck so when you come out, I want like steps up so the deck will be level with the top edge of the pool. It will come all the way around, and then pretend these loungers are elevated on the deck that then wraps around the stock tank pool till about there, which is nice because this is pavered too. So I think I'm gonna dig this out. I wanna try to save this guy, replant him like up against the cinder block wall, and then have the deck come out to like where the sprinkler is. So the loungers will fit comfortably and you can still walk around. Then look over here. I had an idea this paved area here was here because at one point I did have the orange Starbucks table sitting here, but it was still kind of buried in leaves. I had no idea how big it was. It goes all the way back to the back wall. So it goes from that edge all the way across and there. So I'm calling this the lifeguard station. Now this was under a tree, and to kind of blockade the cinder block wall here, I want to do like planter boxes on either side and then do vines growing up it to kind of blockade that area. But that's the lifeguard chair. Obviously I need to clean up some furniture. Don't judge all of this, but cute, right? Then we've got more pavers I uncovered here. I know, very exciting. Whether I keep them here because this will be deck, so I might reuse these, like dig these up. And then what I wanna do is over in this area, like around here, I wanna put more pavers, make a big paver area. I bought like a wind sail thing to create shade in this area. And I wanna do like a fire pit situation over here because I like what I did here. I think this is cute. We just need to cuten this area up and get some shade over here because ain't nobody trying to hang out over here. Plus lots of dead lawn. Now, wherever I'm doing like paver little patio areas, I'm gonna try to keep this lawn even though I hate lawn. There's no real salvaging this lawn, but I'm hoping like maybe if I could put seed down. I'm not quite sure. If you guys have any ideas for what I should do to try to bring whatever semblance of lawn back here back to life, let me know in the comments below because I do need your help. So now I'm standing at one of my back sliders. So what I want to do here is basically from the width of the cement slab that the stock tank pool is on, I want to get rid of all of this and do like a cute paver big patio area. So you can just come right out and then walk your happy ass over to the stock tank pool, walk up the steps, be on the deck, do whatever there. And then in this area, I don't know what to do. It's fully dirt, fully no lawn. I don't know. Suggestions, I'll take them. Leave them in the comments below. I'll totally take them. So yeah, it's looking really good, I think. From where it came to where it is now, in just cleanup mode, I'm saying, I think I did a pretty good job. So everything I explained to you, I have mapped out. I just haven't measured. So this is my map. Obviously, you can see I wanted to do some paver stepping stones. This is the deck around the stock tank pool. I had thought that in that back area, I was gonna have to do like a little paver patio to put the dining room table, but I don't. I just need to kind of fix it, level it out, maybe steal some pavers from somewhere else around the yard. Now, where I'm sitting now, because I wanna get rid of this canopy. So, you guys are gonna die. I don't wanna, okay. I've already kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit. You guys, I ordered some stuff off of Temu. I know, but I had to try it. I'm not a huge fan of the wind sail shade situation, but they were really cheap on Temu, so I figure it will save me money. And if I don't like it and they don't hold up and they only make it like 1 or 2 seasons, no sweat off my back. It's fine. So I am going to, or I did already, purchase 2, a triangle one and a triangle one off of the Temus, and a giant rectangle one off of the Temus. So my plan is for this area where this giant pop-up canopy is, I'm going to use a triangle and a square and kind of overlap them and make it look, in my mind, hopefully kind of cute. And then the other triangle I'm gonna put over there where I want like the fire pit hangout area to be. So in order to have something to hook those two, I am going to be making some planter box post benchy type things. Now, I have already mapped out the wood I need and how many I need right here. I need to go and get some like 2x4s and some 4x4 posts. So in a video down the way, we're definitely gonna be making these and I'll show you how I'm gonna go about doing that. But I wanna make 7 and possibly 9. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know, we'll get into the numbers when I actually start building those. Yeah, things, they are a-happening. And my curb, because there were so many leaves. Editor John came over yesterday because I had already like trimmed all the trees, drug all of that stuff to the curb, which you guys saw that fiasco, and then uncovering all of the stepping stone paver patio areas. There were so many piles of leaves back here. So I ran over to Target and I bought a box of lawn and leaf bags or whatever. And Editor John came over and helped me bag them. We probably bagged up like 20 bags of leaves. That's how many leaves and just rubbish was back all along that back wall. And then we did remove some of the weird stepping stones and shit that I wasn't gonna be able to repurpose in the backyard. So that is all to the curb. So I'm super excited to get this going. Now, I did take off work, like Memorial Day is on a Monday. I get that as a holiday for my work. And then I took off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday to hopefully spend all the time getting this backyard in order. So stay tuned. Make sure your notification bell is on because you're not gonna wanna miss this transformation. And I am gonna need your guys' help. Like I said, I just don't wanna rip out all of this. And I'm using the term lawn very, 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 very loosely. I wanna rip out the areas, obviously like from my slider to the stock tank pool. I'll rip out that rectangle, level it. I'm not a huge fan of the red brick pavers that they have going on, but that is the theme. And I'm not ripping out all of these pavers just so I can buy fun, like the stepping stones that have like the gold and the how I did out front, which would be my dream of all dreams, but I'm not gonna do it. So I am going to incorporate the red brick look back here just to keep the theme going. But what am I gonna do with that giant dirt area? I know in the back, I'm just gonna dump like bags of bark. I'm not even worried about it. In the back area, close to the cinder block wall fence, it's flower bed, let's call it. So I'm gonna just put bark, wood chips, bark back there. But in this dirt area that was lawn, what should I do there? Should I put more pavers there? Should I make it kind of like just cement area? I kind of want to have an area where 4th of July, let's say, we can bring out the cornhole boards. I want it to be lawn, but you have to have flip-flops on when you're walking. You heard it crunching under my feet and it hurts. It's like lawn mixed with weeds, mixed with dead, mixed with whatever. I don't know if there's any salvaging it. I don't want to rip it all out. Do I just like pour seed and cross my fingers? What do I do? If you guys have any suggestions for me on what to do with the lawn that I plan on keeping, let me know in the comments below. I really need your help on that. Would it look silly if I did like a deck back here? Part of me was like, if you have this step-up deck around the stock tank pool and then you did steps like coming down this way, could I do like just a big deck area back there where it's dirt? Would that be weird? I don't know. Again, help me out in the comments below. And now that I've cleaned everything up, the backyard's like way bigger than I thought it was. Like I was just telling my neighbor that was walking by as I was putting more crap on the curb. They're like, how many trees do you have back there? I go, legit, I just trimmed. This is just trimmings from 3 trees. I just don't think they've ever been trimmed ever in their life. And I certainly haven't trimmed them since I lived here. And I don't think the previous owner ever trimmed them. And I feel like I gained like a whole like 15 feet this way and I don't know, 50 feet this way. So the backyard's way bigger than I thought it was. Again, I want to keep costs down, but I want to actually like have a nice backyard. Obviously, I know money is going to have to be spent, but any ideas that you guys can think of that could be like cost saving? You know, I'm all about the reuse, repurpose, recycle. So that's why I like the idea of building a deck out of pallets. Kind of sounds fun. Also, what would you guys like to see me build back here? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so that's it. Operation Cleanup Backyard Makeover is officially done, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell so that you don't miss what is coming next in this backyard. Like I said, I've got some ideas, but other ideas I still need to flush out and see what works. Also, the money of it all. We got to worry about the money of it all. So yeah, make sure the notification bell is rung so that you don't miss any of the videos that I push out. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.